Um, I said something in my last vlog regarding the backlog of games that I had. So it's time for me to do something about that. So we're about to do something about that. Something about that. What's happening, guys? My name is Doc Walton. I'm of ByteSizeGaming.com, and welcome to the first of 4 Roundup videos for the New Year's Resolution series. Now, if you've just joined us on the New Year's Resolution series, I think the previous snippet just explained it all. I'm playing 28 games in 28 days and giving first impression videos for all of them. Scary stuff. But if you want to catch up on what's been happening this week, the link to the playlist is down there. Click it, or click my head. I just learned how to do that, so it's a little bit exciting for me. Interesting menagerie of things this week. We've dealt with zombies in The Walking Dead, we've dealt with aliens and Cannibal, Mexicans and Shank, The Dark and Hell, and Rebecca Black singing in Doom 3. We dealt with Russians in Peace Walker, we dealt with Chavs in The Last Story, and in Titan Quest we dealt with Greeks, because to be honest, we can't have a week without dealing with Greeks. It rhymed. I'm so sorry. So let's get right down to it. Roundup of this week's events, final thoughts, any particular comments I want to make, and above all, which one would I keep playing of all of those games. So let's get down to it. The Walking Dead did so much for me because I think I wasn't quite aware of just how good the story was. I mean, I was last on the bandwagon. I don't know what to expect, but I really enjoyed playing it. The story is amazing, and the action sequences really get to you. I think the pacing is so well done, and I think that's what makes it such a good game. It is very, very railroaded, though, if I had to give it one criticism. So if you're going to play it in an action zombie killing bent, maybe it's not for you, but if you're interested in a really, really strong story and narrative focus, there's a reason why this game won so many awards last year for its story, because it really is that good. Cannibal is one of those games where you just kind of jam it. I mean, someone will direct you to a website, you're like, hey, this game's pretty cool, and you open it up and you go, hey, yeah, this is pretty cool for about 5 minutes, and you stop playing it. It's I don't know why they made the move to the PS range. Probably because it was so popular in the Flash. I don't know. I'm not sure why it's on the PS3, the PS Vita. Music is good, I guess. But if you want to play it, you're going to be playing it for short periods of time. So you want to play it on a portable device, like an iOS or a PSP or a PS Vita, or just in the Flash version, because it's better that way, and you'll only be playing it 5 minutes at a time anyway, so there you go. Shank. Now, my thoughts on Shank, kind of bordered on the it's God of War but wavelength, but I think I might have to pull back on that a little bit. I did really enjoy Shank, don't get me wrong, but I think what it was lacking is a little bit of complexity in the combat department. Because, it is a side-scrolling platformer action, and that was what it does, and it succeeds very well, but I think what I was expecting kind of wasn't what it was trying to do, so I think there was a bit of a disjunct. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Shank, and I would really keep playing Shank. There are a few minor niggles, there are a few glitches now and then, and the difficulty level is a little bit easy at points. But if you really enjoy your side-scrolling beat-em-ups, I seriously suggest Shank. It is a very good game. Doom 3. Now, Doom 3, I absolutely fucking adored, because it was so much fun. I mean, it was just a different kind of pace to the other 3 games I was playing. Kind of felt like a rush, you know, like just fighting hellspawns in the dark with a shotgun and getting the pants shed off me. That rocked my world for this week, because it was just... the mechanics are great. It's just a simple story, like, oh my god, hell beasts are invading Mars, you better go stop them with your shotgun. You're like, okay. and everything works. The one criticism I do have, possibly the fact that the monsters don't let up. Perhaps, like, the pacing's a little bit weird. But other than that, it is a fantastic game. If you're going to pick it up, do so. Except the BFG version, not the one I played, because mine was a bit outdated. But to the point, let's press on. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is not my kind of game. I'm going to say that right now, because it's... I mean, if I'm playing tactical stealth game, I don't know. I need more to it than that, and the whole political intrigue thing that surrounds it doesn't quite grasp my attention. It is a okay game, I guess. I had trouble picking up the mechanic because it is a little bit convoluted. I feel Peace Walker is the kind of title that would appeal to people that are big fans of the series and would want to read up on the story of what happened before the Metal Gear Solid series, like the canon 1, 2, 3, 4. But it wasn't my kind of game, and I didn't enjoy it that much. Sorry. The Last Story. Now I was kind of surprised by Last Story because it kind of came out of left field. I mean, I didn't expect a JRPG to come out with that much personality, because in a JRPG you got so many characters and such a big overarching story that it kind of all gets muddled and it'll get a little bit boring, and the mechanics start taking over and it's just start turning into a turn-based you run. This is not The Last Story. The Last Story has a lot of personality, and the mechanics aren't your typical JRPG. You actually have to actively strategize and work with the battlefield. So if you want a JRPG that is not the norm and with a lot of character, The Last Story is definitely the way to go, because I really enjoyed it, surprisingly. Titan Quest, you would be better off playing Diablo or Dungeon Siege. You do not want to play Titan Quest. It is a really budget version of those. The mechanics work, I guess, but the voice acting makes me cringe. There's no ambient music, so it just kind of feels like a chore, and just the plot is just... You think there'd be something more to this game, but there isn't. Everything that is on the surface, right there in front of you, is all there is to it, and it is very disappointing, because I expected a little bit more from the game, even though I didn't know what the hell it was. But if you're going to play Titan Quest, you should pick up Titan Quest, put back Titan Quest, and play Dungeon Siege or Diablo, because they're both superior games in every single regard. Through all the games that I played this week, if you want to have your say on which one was the best game of this week, go down there and comment on it, because I do read all of these, and if you think I'm wrong, if you think I've mistaken something, or I'm completely just insane, post it down there. I do read them. But now, here's the time. Which one did I think was most worthy of my time? I have to give an honourable mention to Doom 3, because of all the games I played this week, Doom 3 was the most fun. It was frantic, it was scary, and it had such a good vibe to it that I would keep playing it well after this. But for sheer keeping me hooked and keeping me entertained, the best game this week was the first game I played, The Walking Dead. Where do I start with The Walking Dead? The story got me by the balls, okay? I just played through episode 3, and fuck, man, it's such a good story. It's like reading an insanely good novel. You can't put it down. I don't want to put it down, and I would keep playing this well after this is done, and then replay it, and again, and again, and again, and again. It is really just that good. So, The Walking Dead wins this week. But now to end the video, it's time for a little competition. Between the days of 15 and 23, I open the floor to you, the audience, to choose what games I will play over the course of those 7 days. It can be anything. Anything. Pick it from any portion of video game history, anything I can play, and if I haven't played it, I will play it. And if your game gets picked, if I end up doing a first impressions video of your game on that day, I will send you a Dota 2 key. It's not much, But, you know, if you haven't got Dota 2, I have a shitload of them lying around. So go ahead, pick a game, any game. Go nuts. It could be ET for the Atari 2600, but do not pick Atari 2600, okay? That's a pain. No, don't do it. Actually, I take that back. Do not pick ET. No, if you pick ET, I will ban you. Just don't even. That's all we've got time for. Thank you for sticking with me this far. It's been such a blast. There are 21 games to go. Click down there for the next video. Day 8, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Stay classy. Go to watch that video, and I will see you tomorrow.